Hey, Anthony Tilley here, and welcome to episode 22 of the Solopreneur Show.
Welcome to the Solopreneur Show with your host, Anthony Tilley. To get your hands on more great business training and advice, plus the chance to join our free Facebook group where you will see extended guest interviews and behind-the-scenes access to Anthony, go to www.thesolopreneurshow.com and join us today. And here's your host, the man himself, Mr. Anthony Tilley.
Hey, Anthony here, and welcome to the show. It really is great to have you with me today. It's Monday the 20th of February 2017. I cannot believe how this year is galloping on. My wife's birthday actually this time next week, so really looking forward to having to spend a fortune on buying her presents. So, it's Ask Anthony, and in today's episode, you may well, if you're one of the eagle-eyed listeners that we have here with us, if you're one of those, you will notice, of course, if you're watching the video, that I'm not filming it. It's just the placeholder with me sat in the chair looking like a bit of a donut. The reason for that is I've decided to no longer film the Ask Anthony podcasts in the way that I was, for the basic reason that if I don't film it, it means that I don't have to go and put on a load of makeup. That's one reason. The other one is, to be perfectly frank with you, it just gives me more flexibility as to when and where I record these, particularly the where, actually, to be honest with you, rather than the when. So, like the moment, for argument's sake, I'm not sat at my desk. I'm elsewhere, and I'm just sort of doing this on the fly. It means I don't have to set up the mic. It means I can do it on the phone, etc. So that's the reason for it. Just making things work a little bit smarter. And of course, you didn't really need to see me sat at my desk gurning away. So this it's a win-win situation for everybody. I'm sure you'll agree. But also as well, it then means that when the interviews are filmed, that won't be changing, and it just makes those that little bit more special as well to be filmed and having the guests with me, etc. So that's the reason for it. So obviously, today it's Ask Anthony though. So there's no expert interviews today, but we got a cracker this Thursday. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad interview is this Thursday. So make sure you keep your eyes and ears open for that one. Now, we have two questions, and I get a lot of questions coming in, and it's really great because I can sort of put them together. I can sort of put questions together and then be able to give a nice sort of, full long answer rather than sort of doing different things, etc. So here's the question. So the first question has come from Dom, and Dom says, I read very many free marketing ebooks that are just veiled sales letters for a marketer's coaching or mentoring service. So not skeptical there at all, Dom, I see. I've been listening to the show for a while and love the fact that you're not using it to pitch your services. Absolutely right. So you can truthfully tell me why I should pay someone several $1,000s to show me what to do when I can get so much for free online. Becca says, I'm at ground zero with regards to my online journey. I've been looking in forums to get answers. Can you tell me the best resource to quickly, easily, and cheaply increase my understanding of building a business? Two really good questions there, actually. So thank you, Dom and Becca, for asking those questions. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't have to go out and pay several $1,000s for a mentor. But if you do have somebody in your corner, it is going to help you enormously. Over the years, I've spent a lot of money on my own education. And, just recently I've just taken on a new mentor who I'm working with, who I'm super, super excited about because this guy is one of the smartest guys I've ever met in my life. And he really cares and really gets it, and he really gets me. So, I've been really, really fortunate from that point of view. But if you invest in somebody, it's not just you're investing in them, you're investing in yourself. And here's the thing. If you spend an amount of money that causes you financial pain, that causes you hurt, then the chances are, and this is the theory, but it isn't always the case, the theory is that you will work harder because you've felt that financial pain. You've invested with somebody and you're like, crikey, I've just invested a lot of money. I better make some money back. But of course, that isn't always the case. There are sort of stories that I hear left, right, and centre, on a weekly, monthly basis of coaches who have been paid a huge amount of money, and the student just never shows up. And unfortunately, we hear those kind of things vice versa as well. That students pay money to coaches, to mentors, and that they don't deliver on their promise. So. I'm not going to sort of go into those, but the thing is, if you invest in a mentor, and this is whether you're talking business, sport, show business, no matter what it is, if you invest in somebody who has trodden the path, who has got contacts, who's got experience and understanding, you are going to accelerate your journey, whatever that is, whether that journey is to be creating a business, whether it's to be able to run the 100 meters faster, or whether it's to sing P-Yezu in 3 octaves higher than you previously could, then it's going to be worthwhile. If that's what they help you to do, if investing in those people, if that's what it means, then it's a worthwhile investment. And the point of these people charging several $1,000s, at the end of the day, this is their business. That is how they make their income. That is how they put food on the table, clothes on their kids' backs, etc. And they are charging based on what they believe their own value is. Whether you agree with that, Dom, or not, obviously, to be honest with you, is by the by. It's whether you're prepared to pay it or not is entirely up to you. So there are going to be coaches out there who you could have several different coaches who all charge exactly the same amount of money, but out of, let's say, there's 3 of them out there for argument's sake, you go to 3 of them, you talk to 3 of them, you might find that 2 of them just don't match you. That's the other thing as well, is find somebody that matches you, that understands you, understands your situation, understands your problem, and understands the remedy to that issue that you have. Whatever that burning issue, that pain point that you have is, you need to know that they understand it and they can help you to move out of it, to move on from it, and to develop yourself. So the cost, that's just down to whether you believe it's worth it, whether you can see the results as well. If you're going to pay somebody several $1,000s, so let's say you pay somebody $5,000 for argument's sake, and that $5,000 investment helps you then go and make $50,000, then why wouldn't you spend that amount with them? Because it's an investment. It's not a cost. It's an investment. It's an investment in yourself and in your future. And the thing is as well, whatever it is that they teach you, whatever it is that they do for you, it's not like it's going to get taken away from you. If they give you, let's say you go and get copywriting mentorship for argument's sake. You spend $5,000 with a copywriting mentor who's going to teach you all great things, all the bullet points, and they're going to teach you words that sell, etc., and trigger points to make people buy, and all of this kind of stuff, and show you how to construct great offers, etc. Once they've taught you that, you've paid the money, they've taught you that, you're not going to lose that knowledge the moment that you stop working with them. That's there. It's in your brain. It's inside of you forever. And it is a knowledge that you can then use or not. It's entirely up to you. You can then use to go on and make yourself thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, potentially even millions of dollars. So why wouldn't you invest in that? So that is the key point to think about. Now, if I flip on to Becca's question, she said, I'm at ground zero with regards to my online journey. I've been looking in forums to get answers. Can you tell me the best resource to quickly, easily, and cheaply increase my understanding of building a business? Okay, so if you're not in the position to get yourself a mentor, and if you are not in the mindset to think, to heck with it, I'm going to stick it on the credit card because I can really see that this is going to make a difference. I am so hungry for this that I know by putting that on the credit card, I know I'm going to make the money back. If you're not in that position, and that's absolutely fine if you're not, it's not a criticism if you're not. If you're not in that position, for me personally, the best place I would say you want to get yourself to is somewhere like Amazon. and go and have a look and see what books there are that are gonna match what you want, because there is so much incredible information in Kindle books, Audible, Amazon books, etc., etc. These are written by experts. Make sure you get them obviously by great people. So if you're gonna go and learn about positioning yourself in the marketplace, you're going to learn about copywriting and marketing, etc., that kind of thing. Somebody like Dan Kennedy, you're not going to go too far wrong following somebody like him, for argument's sake. I bought a book recently called Launch by Michael Stelzner of Social Media Examiner, and I've listened to it 3 times in like the last 2 weeks. It's just absolutely phenomenal and is so in line with what I want to do here at the show. And I'd actually already had in my mind the kind of things I wanted to do, and then it was recommended to me by a friend, and he said, have you read this? I was like, no, I haven't read it. He said, you've got to read this because this is completely congruent with what you're doing. He said, this is like you've read the book and you've gone and done it. And I'm now reading the book, sort of 4 or 5 months after doing the show, and it's like, that's exactly what I want. That's what my mission was from the start with this, and seeing this or hearing it, because I've just been listening to the Audible over and over, is just brilliant. So go out and have a look, have a think, Becca, about what it is you want to learn. What are the skills that you want to be taught, and go and find the relevant books on Amazon. So that's a great place, obviously, to start with. And the thing is as well, you don't have to buy these books brand new. I was looking on Amazon yesterday. I was with my mentor, and we were talking about Launch. We were talking about this book, and I said that I had the Audible version, and when I had a look at Amazon, and we were looking through, and he was like, it's £3. In fact, he said there's one it's a library version, it's £1. Now, so the information in there potentially could be worth millions. So spending £1, not a bad investment. So I highly suggest, Beck, you get yourself onto Amazon, or even just get yourself down to the local library. Get yourself to the local library, sort of a little bit of shoe leather, get down there, walk, don't drive, so don't get the bus or anything like that. Walk down there, get a bit of exercise, do your daily number of steps you've got to do, get into the library and have a look there. And that's going to be, that really is a great place for you to start. And of course, there's great blogs out there, well, like Social Media Examiner, as I've just said, like digital marketer Ryan Dicey's company as well. Awesome stuff that these guys are sharing, because they really are living by the principle that they want to give away huge amount of great information for free. So they really can help you to get started. So that's what I'd be saying. The forums, I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't used to hang around in the forums. I did, sort of. I think I joined off the top of my head about sort of 2009, 2010, the Warrior Forum. It's a far better place then than it is now, I've got to say, in my personal opinion. But forums, unfortunately, by their nature, can attract trolls, can attract a lot of negative people. Not to say there's not a lot of great stuff going on in there, and and I learned a fair amount in there. But you've got to be, you've got to take everything with a big pinch of salt, and certainly have your cherry picker out, to pick out the bits that are right and that are wrong, and that that are positive. So, but if you do that, if you go out and look at great sites, as I said, like the two I've already mentioned, or if you get yourself to the library to look at the books, etc., then that's where you're going to be able to learn so much from getting these books for free, obviously from the library or from a very low price from Amazon. But you can then as well go looking at lots of different strategies, but lots of different topics as well, and perhaps decide what it is that's your skill or what it is that isn't your skill. Because then when you start to build your business, if you have a particular skill, let's say we go back to the copywriting for argument's sake. Let's say your skill is copywriting, and you've been reading books and getting even better at it, and you're practicing and writing sales letters, etc., that you think, okay, I understand in my business that copywriting is my strength. That is what I will be doing. However, I'm rubbish at setting up WordPress blogs. So I can either A, go out and learn more about it, and that's what I really want to study, really want to sort of look, and perhaps then pay to get yourself a video course, etc. If you are a solopreneur and you want to do this all yourself, or alternatively, you go and you go to Upwork, formerly Elance, go to Upwork, somewhere like that. Maybe probably even find somebody on Fiverr to get them to install it for you, to get them to do those kind of things for you. So by going through and researching, reading the books, building your own knowledge, you will also as well build an understanding of what it is that you don't enjoy, what it is that you don't like, what it is that you don't understand. And you think, okay, well, that's a part of my business that I actually want to outsource. I want somebody else to do it. So I hope, guys, that I've covered those for you in today's episode. And as I say, Dom, down to you, mate, whether you decide you want to pay somebody to help you within your business. Depends what level you're at, what you're looking for somebody to do, and if you're going to go into it with a negative mindset, this is not an investment. This is a cost. I would suggest you probably need to sort of read, perhaps get yourself down the library, look at a few books that are based around mindset, and the abundant mindset is probably the ideal kind of thing, and really just sort of look at yourself and really some self-evaluation. Read plenty, and then just think, okay, I've got an idea, I've got a business idea, I've got a product inside me that I want to get out, but actually this free stuff can only take me so far. I need somebody who is going to work with me, help me bring that to market, help me with the copy that is going to be, that is really going to kill it, that is really going to convert well. They're going to help you with ideas within the product, things that you may never even thought of or even conceived that could be part of this product that you're going to produce that can help people. And that potentially, actually, if you're doing things within a product that are step-by-step things, that are little sort of tick sheets, checklists, etc., that actually, you construct them and make them useful so you're using them within your own business as well, or alternatively take things that you're using within your business and put them into a product. So small little product creation tip there for you. All right. So I think that's enough for today. And as I said, we're now just going to be doing Ask Anthony on a Monday, straight, podcast, audio, and I will, of course, though, as I've done with this, put the audio into sort of with a placeholder. So it's on YouTube as well. So you guys that are subscribing to the YouTube channel, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. And of course, listen, if wherever it is that you're listening to this, if you agree or if you disagree, no matter what, put a comment below. This is the whole point of me doing this. I want to get some interaction with you guys going on. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. If you think I'm talking out the back of my neck, tell me you think I'm talking out the back of my neck. I won't care, but tell me, okay? And we can have a nice debate on social media about it. So that concludes today's show. Don't forget, this Thursday, the Robert Kiyosaki Rich Dad interview. So you really need to make sure that you're listening out for that one. If you happen to be listening to this podcast and I'll say this now to remind you, to get it in your mind. If you go to the solopreneurshow.com now and enter your details, you can get yourself inside of the group and you will see the whole of that interview. Okay, because of course, as you know, in the outside world, we only have the first 20 minutes of the interviews. In behind the curtain, with the exclusive, where all the important people, all the cool guys, all the cool kids hang out inside of the group. That's where you get the full video interview. All right, so solopreneurshow.com, of course, get yourself there and enter your details. You can just come on in, and I really look forward to seeing you. And I really look forward to Thursday when I've got a really great interview with Robert. He really pulls no punches, holds nothing back, says some pretty controversial stuff about the Obamas and the Clintons. So you may want to cover your ears or not, depending on your point of view. And I'll see you on Thursday. And as ever, guys, anything that I can help you with, any questions you've got, if you're inside of the group, post the questions, etc. More than happy to help in any way, shape or form that I can. This is Anthony Tilley. You've been listening to episode 22 of the Solopreneur Show. Enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers, guys. Bye now.
To get your your hands on more great business training and advice, plus the chance to join our free Facebook group where you will see extended guest interviews, the opportunity of free one-to-one coaching, and behind-the-scenes access to Anthony, go to www.thesolopreneurshow.com and join us today.